Officials from the Gauteng Education Department are expected to visit the family of a grade 6 pupil who was killed in a freak bus accident on the West Rand yesterday. The pupil from Mphe-Thuto Primary School in Mogale City died allegedly after falling under a moving scholar transport bus. Information available at this stage has indicated, according to the department, that he fell under the bus while other pupils were fighting inside. Newzroom Afrika's Tumaole Mohlaoli is at Mphe-Thuto Primary, joining us live now. Tumaole, how much more clarity do we have about these bizarre circumstances of this child's death?
Well, investigations are still continuing, Thembekile. This is the word that we're getting from the Gauteng Education Department into the exact circumstances that led to the death of the pupil. In fact, to get the very latest on this, I'm joined by Gauteng Education Department spokesperson Steve Mabona. Steve, how far are you with investigations, and what can we get from what actually happened leading up to this very tragic incident?
Thank you very much. You'll understand that this is an accident. So, and there's life lost. So police will then investigate circumstances surrounding this incident. So we'll give them an opportunity. That's why we don't want to speculate further, because the information that we got yesterday, it seems like it's not what we were presented with the correct facts. Accordingly, I mean, the school says there was no fight. So we really need to, rely on the police to find, on what might have transpired in that bus until the learner found himself, on the ground and been run, over by the same scholar transport, which is quite sad indeed.
I understand that the department is, of course, today going to go out to the learner's family to accompany the principal to send their condolences. What will be the message to the family, and what kind of support are you also offering the learners here at the school and the staff?
Well, we started yesterday. I mean, our officials had to go to the, household just to confirm and, relay a message, but also, convey our deepest condolences, because we might have realized that we issued a statement very late, because we got the news very late, and the MEC was actually devastated. I mean, you'll understand that this is so sad, because this is a second incident of this nature. I mean, we had about 8 learners that were injured by the very same scholar transport that they were using, and one, died in that case. So it's quite sad. I mean, we really need to work very close with our service providers, especially on the safety and making sure that the officers that we have in our buses, those that are assisting to man the queues, make sure that learners are safe in the bus. We really need to work very closely with them to make sure that learners are safe at all times. Look, today we started with the process of counseling very early in the morning. Our officials were here from the district, some from head office, supporting learners and educators. And at about 11 we were done with that process, and around 12 the principal and the staff then went to the family to pay their last respects, and from here as well we'll be going to the family to pay our last respects as well and get more information on other arrangements.
Right. And finally, Steve, in terms of the systems, in terms of those who want to be scholar transport service providers, is this an incident that the department is going to relook at its systems to see if maybe people do have the right kind of qualification in terms of vehicles, and also in terms of monitoring of students to prevent this kind of thing following the investigations?
Well, we need to beef up our systems. We need to beef up. Yes, they come through a tendering process where your service level agreement is quite clear on what is it that is required. Your buses must be roadworthy, and we work very closely with the public transport on that. So paperwork must be in order, and our process, which we need to really enhance, is to make sure that those that are assisting the bus drivers in the buses, they actually are aware of what is it that they need to do. Close monitoring. I mean, children are children. They need to be monitored closely. We cannot afford a situation whereby the very same, scholar transport is involved in an accident, with the learners that is supposed to ferry. It's quite unfortunate, and we will really have to work very hard to make sure that we improve the situation. But it's quite sad indeed. We wish to convey our condolences to the family and the entire school population.
All right. Steve, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much for that update. That is, of course, the Gauteng Education Department's Steve Mabwana giving us the very latest in terms of the department's investigations into the death of the student here in Johannesburg's West Rand.